Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about weevils and the kind of damages that they can do. The weevils live all over North America of different sizes and shape and varieties. The kind we're going to be talking about today is the kind that affects spruce trees. And a weevil is basically a beetle with a long snout that likes to climb trees and fly on hot days. And you can see actually where the weevils have made entry, laid their eggs, and then inside you can see how they've destroyed the top of the tree here, killing the leader. Now, if this isn't taken care of, it may result in your tree becoming weak, and it may then result in your tree dying. However, the only really way to get rid of these is through removal of the affected areas, so by cutting off the tree. Also, you see the sap here. This is also another sign that you have weevils. If you pick that sap away, there's probably holes underneath. So we'll just look at a few of my trees here and some different examples of how the weevils have been feeding and damaging these trees. So once you get the top cut away, you're going to want to set a new leader. You can see some of the branches here have already started to try to become leaders, and then you get some competition and then stunts the tree's growth. So basically you need to get this cleaned up and set a new leader, and then the tree should be able to recover from it. There's no pesticides I'm aware of that you can use for this. So in this video I'm going to be using a ladder obviously to get up there. I've got these snips and some string to tie up new leaders, and possibly you might need a saw. And lastly, I have these large snips here that I can use to help reshape the tree. So here's one that I've already dealt with. You can see the holes in the tree topper, and I've shaped the tree. It's not a very healthy tree because it's had this issue for a while and I didn't really know what was wrong. I wasn't able to diagnose it until now. And then I've tied up a new leader here, so hopefully that will be able to take growth and carry on with the normal growth of this tree. Alright, so we're going to fast forward a little bit here through this. Now I like to make the cut about 2 inches below where the last weevil hole is, because the larvae will eat their way down a little ways, and you want to make sure you're cutting all of their activity away. Also, I've noticed that weevils will only attack spruce trees that are up to 10 feet tall, so any trees over that, for me, they seem to be safe. Alright, so now we need to select what we think will be a good leader. So this guy here is really close to the center, and I don't think it'll be too hard to get that one propped up. So you can just put some string on it and tie him in an upright position. And it's the spring of the year right now, so they are still very flexible. So it's not too hard to get them tied in an upward position. And then what we're going to do next is trim around the growth around there so that there's no competition for leadership. So with this tree here, there's only a small bit of infestation on this leader right here. So I'm going to just cut away that one and remove it. Clear out those old dead needles. And there's obviously a bit of competition here for top. So I'm just going to cut off that leader there. So here's another example of some fine damage. It's killed off that leader there. So I'm going to kill it off all the way. Burn that. And where there's 2 leaders here, I don't really want 2 leaders. So I'm going to cut away the shorter of the 2. And then leave that guy. And that should grow really well this summer. And here's another example of some pretty heavy damage. So I'm going to cut that away about right here, and then create a new leader. So here's a close-up of some of those grubs that can be found within the tree. I just cracked one open and saw these little guys in here. There's one right here. So yeah, that's why you want to burn the tops when you take them off, otherwise those grubs can continue to grow in there and then come out and then of course infest other trees. And now the fun part starts. We're going to say goodbye to those eggs or larvae for once and for all by burning them. So it's been about a month and a half since I cut off the damaged area affected by the weevils right here. And you can see there is a new lead ready and started. And it even got its center lead right here. So this tree will have a little bit of a hook in it as it grows, but once it's very thick, like these trees here, you're not going to notice that hook. And this tree should have no issues. And for my last thought, you can prevent weevils by removing the lower branches that touch the ground and removing any vegetation around the base of the trees like grass, because the weevils will crawl up those trees and infect them. So that concludes my video on how to deal with weevils. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see what else I'm up to in the garden, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.